we're going to turn a whistle. You can see on this dimensions, 3/4 inch to the notch, 3.5 to the hole, on a 6-inch overall length pin blank. I'm going to quickly find the center. And mark it with a little punch. And then I'm going to put it in the chuck at about 3/8 of an inch. Put the center in that punch mark, and then go ahead and tighten up the chuck. Okay. Next we're going to drill a 3/8 hole 3 inches deep. And the speed is about 350 RPM drilling. Hole. Now, it doesn't matter if the hole wanders off center a little bit, because we're going to put the live center back in there to hold it up. And run the tool rest up, turn it back on, get some speed going. And I'm just making it round. And we'll check and see, it's not round yet. That's a peeling cut. It's real good for removing a lot of wood quickly, but it doesn't leave a very good surface. And go back to the smoothing cut. Finish making it round. And right here it doesn't matter. Okay, so it's round all the way. Got our hole, we've got our mark for the thing. Now, if this isn't smooth enough to make you happy, you can put a chisel or a knife on it It's just cut with a bandsaw, and bandsaw blades leave funny little marks sometimes. But we're looking for this to come to the halfway point, and it seems to be there. Now we can put a design on it, shape it somehow or other, and I'm going to mark on either side of the hole make a little bead that the cord will pass through. Now, design. The only limitation is that your design can't be smaller diameter than 3/8 because then you'll run into the hole. Quickly. Okay. And a V-cut down here. And let's see, we want to go this way. Stop long enough to look at it. Not a whole lot of sanding is going to be required on that one. A couple little fuzzies right there. Yep, just right. Little shot of squirt can lacquer. And I'm going to follow that up with hot wax. Cut perfect pen polish. The white stick is what I'm using. We could use anything that's non-toxic. Fingernail on the paper towel, and the same right there, and we'll look at it. Yeah, pretty good. This area right here, because of the notch, doesn't always buff out real good, but we did that time good enough anyway. And now I'm going to back off the tailstock a little bit. And part off the whistle body. And it'll leave a little mark, but that's all right. You know, it's not museum quality, but it is what it is. All right, now the next thing to do is to make the, I think it's called a sickle. What I've done there, hopefully, is come down to less than 3/8. And that allows me to mark that. Probably can't see it. Do this a little bit different. This on there and about centered, you can put a knife mark. And that knife mark is the correct diameter. So has to be 3/4 of an inch long. And that's more than 3/4. And I'm going to test it for fit. It's still too big, which is good. I can take wood away, it's just hard to put it back on. Being so tight that it cracks the whistle body. Now it's down far enough I can probably sand it off the rest of the way. Nope. I can see the shine right there, and that's just too tight. Okay. Now that goes on all the way. And remember, we had a mark on it at the correct position. And I can see that is right there. And use the spindle gouge and just take that off. Okay. And it's kind of time to pay attention to the grain. Alright. Now we got to make a flat on that that is a third of the way down. And I've found the easiest way to do it is with my razor knife. I suppose you could use some kind of a saw, a chisel, but yeah, I don't always have a saw or a chisel in my pocket. Now, it's pretty close. That's close enough. We're just, you know, about a third of the way. That's all we need to do. Okay. Now, with the new bucket of glue, just a little dab. On the underneath side. Turn it over so we can see the flat. Okay. And when it's even with this straight face, it's good. And you see it's even with the center there, so that's good. No pressure on the inside of the fipple. It's easy enough to turn it off. Now, the glue doesn't need to be dry. It'll be dry in a minute. Sandpaper. And we step out of frame. And a piece of paracord. I'm going to have a bunch of these already cut to a foot long. Oops. Of course, I got to throw it on the ground a time or two. tie it upside down. Upside down bowline knot. And there's the whistle. Easy peasy. Thanks.